Welcome to a deep dive into the transformation of a massive Kossipo log into beautifully milled timber. Before we get into it, drop the name of your local wood distributor or where you buy your timber in the comments. You'll be entered into a lucky draw for a $20 Amazon gift card. Now watch this, one of the most impressive sights in the lumber world. A huge Kossipo log, easily weighing several tons, is lifted by a crane. This isn't your average construction crane. These logging cranes use powerful hydraulic systems and cable-operated claws to lift and rotate logs with surgical precision. This kind of claw is often called a log grapple. It mimics the human hand in design, four curved fingers that apply uniform pressure so the log doesn't crack or slip. Fun fact, Kossipo, also known as African walnut, isn't actually related to walnut at all. It's native to Central and West Africa and can grow up to 50 meters tall. The heartwood is reddish brown and sometimes shows purple streaks, prized for high-end furniture and veneers. As the log is moved into position, notice how balanced the entire motion is. The operator has to align the log perfectly for the first major crosscut. Any misalignment now can mess up the yield down the line. Now the cross-cutting begins. The machine you see is often called a mobile cross-cutter or a traveling chainsaw. It's mounted on rails or wheels to ensure a perfectly straight cut through dense hardwood. Why cut the log in half first? It makes handling more efficient, especially for such a massive tree. It also lets mill operators inspect the interior grain pattern and optimize how they cut boards later. Kossipo logs are tough. It has interlocked grain that resists tearing, but also resists cutting. That's why sharp, durable blades and precision machinery are essential here. And here's something cool. The saw blade used in cross-cutting often contains industrial diamonds or special carbide tips to stay sharp longer under this kind of stress. After that massive cut, the crane returns. It now picks up one of the halves, still incredibly heavy, and swings it over for the next phase. Handling logs like this requires a deep understanding of wood weight, balance, and stress points. Operators undergo serious training, especially because logs can split, roll, or even bounce unpredictably. Kossipo logs are dense, often around 850 kilograms per cubic meter when dry. Fresh, they can weigh nearly twice that. Here's where it gets visually interesting. A close-up of the freshly cut surface reveals growth rings, color variation, and internal structure. Woodworkers often judge a log's value at this point. Tighter growth rings usually indicate slower growth and denser wood, ideal for structural applications. The colors in Kossipo range from deep red to chocolate brown, and some logs even have a striped pattern. The log is carefully placed onto the conveyor belt system. This conveyor is designed to keep the log stable while gently guiding it to the debarking station. Think of it like a precision runway for raw timber. Now we reach the debarking station. Here, powerful rotating blades or rollers strip away the bark. Bark is like a protective jacket, It keeps pests out and moisture in, but it's useless for milling. Leaving it on would dull blades and introduce dirt into fine cuts. Some sawmills repurpose the bark for a mulch or biomass fuel. Did you know that debarking also helps reduce contamination in the final wood product? For exporters, this step is key in meeting phytosanitary regulations that prevent invasive pests from spreading across borders. We now enter a phase of measurement and planning. The log is rolled onto a carriage system that rotates it as it moves into position. The logs are scanned using laser profiling systems. These high-precision lasers create a 3D model of the log, measuring dimensions like diameter, ovality, taper, and curvature. This data feeds into milling optimization software that calculates the most efficient cutting strategy, how to slice the log to maximize usable boards and minimize waste. It's essentially digital woodworking. Some modern sawmills even use artificial intelligence to make these decisions in real time, adjusting blades based on every log's unique shape. Watch as the first slices come off. Meanwhile, twin horizontal blades cut from the side, helping square the log or slice off additional boards. These blades adjust in real time, guided by the earlier laser scans. This is where raw meat's refined, sawdust flies, grain is revealed, and the board begins to emerge. Bandsaws like this can be over 10 feet tall, using a continuous loop blade. They're ideal for large hardwoods like Kossipo, because they offer consistent cuts with minimal waste. The vertical alignment helps slice thick boards known as flitches that will later be planed or resawn into flooring, panels, or furniture stock. Cut, reposition, cut again. The machine cuts 2 large boards in quick succession. These are likely the face boards, which show the best surface quality and grain alignment. Each board is examined for defects like knots, cracks, or insect marks. In high-end markets, even minor blemishes can reduce a board's value. More precision cutting here. The vertical bandsaw works in sync with a horizontal blade to split the log into large symmetrical halves. These types of cuts are important when aiming for high-value applications like furniture or paneling, where dimensions and grain uniformity really matter. As each board is cut free, it drops gently onto a conveyor belt positioned just below the saw. This conveyor doesn't just catch the boards, it lines them up and smoothly carries them forward to the next processing station. Depending on the mill's setup, that could be for edging, planing, or sorting. Everything flows in a tight, choreographed system to keep things moving efficiently. Blade adjustments now take place. The mill preps to extract the heartwood, often the hardest, most stable part of the tree. Removing the heartwood in one clean cut ensures you get one solid piece instead of fragments. But why do sawmills take it out separately? Well, in trees like Kossipo, the heartwood is where the real value lies. It's older, denser, and far more resistant to rot and insects than the outer sapwood. That makes it ideal for high-end furniture, marine-grade timber, or outdoor decking. By cutting it out as one solid piece, the mill keeps the quality high and the grain uniform. There's also a practical side to it. Heartwood dries differently than sapwood. If you leave them mixed in the same board, you could end up with cracks, warping, or uneven shrinkage. And let's not forget, the heart of the log often carries old stress marks or tiny cracks from decades of growth. Removing it cleanly makes sure the final boards are stable, predictable, and easier to work with. It's all about precision, value, and getting the most out of every single log. We're in the final stretch. The remaining log passes through the saw twice more, each time producing a set of large boards. This dual cut method is ideal for efficient, symmetrical yields. This kind of output is what sawmills love. Minimal waste, high quality lumber, and fewer offcuts. These boards will soon be dried, planed, graded, and shipped off to craftsmen or construction firms. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment the name of your wood supplier for a chance at the $20 Amazon gift card. See you in the next one.